social. She's our social connection. But in addition to what I'm saying also, I'd also like to say that Sophie can sing to your other daughter. And together they're gorgeous. And Renee can sing when she gets mad at me. She sings to me on the phone. And now I know where your daughter's
There's no
got
mad.
it.
There's frustration when she does pick up the phone for 5-10 times. And then I sing to her and she thinks I can sing, but I can't.
Well, I want you to do a jingle for the Shrink
Singing
Wrap.
is amazing. I took it in college and I just picked up a voice coach back a little bit more.
My goodness.
And you know what? It's not easy.
It's not.
Like
it's a gift.
It's a gift. Like, and if you don't have it naturally, like I don't, you have to really work at it.
I was told to never ever sing again, and one of my friends talked me into it, and it is the worst. And I will never do it again.
I will never.
Not
sing
even
a song.
karaoke. I don't even think I can lip sync. Right?
You will.
I don't. No, I will never ever do it again.
And I are going to make
No,
it.
you know what I do? I don't sing the regular songs. My husband can tell you. I sing cat songs. I sing the dog songs.
Same.
I go.
Oh, so do I.
This is a cat call.
I go. Me so. You know.
I go.
So.
That's good.
Oh, that's so good. That's way better than
Is that
what I
me
heard.
so good?
Me so.
Me so good. Because we're talking
bad.
about self-esteem today.
Yeah.
So me so good is good. I like
Yeah.
that.
And I think I just have my first audition. Me so. There you go.
There you
Got
go.
it.
All right, well, I'm going to leave
She's
it
on
to
her
y'all
way.
to come up with a jingle for the Shrink and Wrap show.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Let's do
We will
it.
jingle.
I would
love
like
it.
a nice surprise.
We need a jingle.
We will get one.
I have nominated you in
Good
the
job.
background.
Now you
And
just
Renee,
challenged
Hollywood
us.
Chris can be the production guy, and you can be, you're
The
the lead
sing-
singer.
the lead
singer.
Backup
Yeah.
production.
I need that.
Yeah, and
I
I'll do
need
the
that.
lighting. I'll do the
If you're
lighting.
a soprano,
right.
I'm an alto.
Okay.
Soprano will do it.
We'll
All
do
right,
it.
ladies, I got to be like on time management.
Yeah,
but,
No, you got to go.
but
Let's do
also,
it.
I also, for all of those that are listening to your community station, TAN Talk Radio, we also have Detective Jay, who's going to be talking about road rage today. And
Yeah.
she's always
Yeah.
part of our show. We're a Shrink and Wrap family.
Yeah.
And you're going to talk about road rage and how to prevent it, how to spot it, and how to
Yeah.
deal with it, right?
Yes, I am.
So stay tuned, and that's going to be probably in the second half of the hour.
Yeah.
So thank you for what you do, and thank you for being
Okay.
back. You two have been.
Thank you for having us
yeah.
back. We've been gone a little while too,
I'm
Renee.
sick of y'all
I know,
being gone.
but I
I
didn't
didn't know
that.
what. Hey, but I didn't know how to go about entertainment at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Hollywood
Well,
Chris,
thank God.
you realize I told your lovely wife here that you have a pop quiz today. But yeah, we're going to have a pop quiz because our community spotlight is Charlie's Sushi. So, and she sent me questions over. Yes, but it's going to be a pop quiz. But I'm glad you
Oh,
studied
no.
with your course. That was your study guide, right?
Oh, I'll flunk.
He did
That
study.
test.
He did some research too.
Okay. So it's 3:15. So we're going to have a loosen up song right here at the Shrink and Wrap show. But I also would like to feature Lola's vest that I am wearing.
Oh,
the
yeah.
vest.
Beautiful with
Stand up. This is
Stand
Lola's.
up.
And she gave it to me today. And it is
And it
it's
works
nice.
with that pink hot dress.
How would you describe this?
I would say that is very,
Look at
Pretty
this.
cool.
very bohemian,
Let's
very
see.
like, who are you?
Flower childish, maybe.
I would
Flower
absolutely
power.
just say it's like it's
Stunning.
gorgeous
It
with
is
that dress.
stunning. It
Thank
is.
you,
Beautiful.
Lola. You're dressing me. She's a fashion queen. And
She
so thank you,
is.
LOLA.
LOL.
All right, DJ Mike, thank you for being here. Let's give us a loosen up song so we can get the show rolling.
I don't think we need a loosen up song.
We do.
No, we
And
definitely
you
do.
better dance.
We're
If we
going
could
to.
only have a glass of wine in here on top of that.
Next
Who
show.
says we don't in our bottles?
Next show.
Welcome to your life.
Listen to the lyrics.
There's no turning back. Even while we sleep, we will find you acting on your best behavior. Turn your back on Mother Nature. Everybody wants to rule the world.
So everybody wants to rule the world, but you have to have some confidence first and self-esteem. And we're going to talk about that right now. And by the way, the first song by Summer Breeze, who sings it, ladies and gentlemen?
Seals and Crofts.
Very
That's
good. So I
really
wanted to give note to that. And then also that was Rule the World. And there's an older version, but that is called
remix.
techno.
I like it.
I think it's
I like
techno
the
music.
remix.
It's like a remix.
It's a remix, but for all
Is
of you
techno?
out there that are in patterns of what you listen to all the
Yeah.
time, I went to a party one time and they had like a techno, and it's a very good energizing song.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's a great, it got you up, didn't it? It
Yes.
kind of like
Yeah.
it raised your energy. So
100%.
yeah,
did.
so
I wanted
that
to
was,
keep listening to it. It was
Yeah, me
great.
too.
I think that was Tiesto, Tiesto, forgive me. And yeah, Tiesto with Tears for Fears.
Oh,
So
Tears for Fears.
There you go.
Tears
I
for
thought
Fears.
it was
Yeah.
like an REM kind
Yeah.
of sounded like
I
that.
wanted
that's
to
right.
say Tears for Fears, but I got it now.
You
Yeah,
got it.
I got it.
All right. Well, we've got, guess who we have here with us today. And before we get started with this segment, again, I want everyone to know that this is suggestions and opinions and entertainment. So listen if you dare. So we have the reality check with Rowene segment right now. And do we have Rowene on the line?
We do.
Hi, Rowene. How are you doing? Did you get the techno energy going on?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I know we're running about three minutes behind. I know you have to be like a Daydream of Genie at 3:30. So, so help us today with, a lot of people, I think self-esteem is so important.
Yeah.
And can you talk a little bit about that topic? Because we're all about making people's lives better. And this is for them and to spot it in somebody else so they know what they're dealing with. So you take it away from there because you are the licensed therapist.
Okay. Well, first, let's talk a little bit about where low self-esteem comes from. It's a negative, low self-esteem is a negative self-image. And it's usually a developmental thing that happens when you're young, and caregivers, teachers, friends, ridicule, shame, and cause you to feel like you're not good enough or you're always a mess. And that can cause us to form all of this negative self-talk. The inner critic then becomes very loud, and nothing that we do seems to counteract it. So one of the most helpful things that you can do is notice your internal negative self-talk and your internal critic, and begin to either talk back to it and tell it it's not correct, or just ask it to be quiet. Just begin to turn it down, because continually repeating the negative thoughts to yourself doesn't allow you to build a foundation for a strong sense of self-worth and self-esteem.
Any comments, Raps? Any comments so far?
Any comments about that inner critic and the negative self-talk?
Nope, no comments.
No comment.
I guess.
All
Okay.
of you have got all of yours under control, right?
Mhm.
I think a lot of when, especially when Chris and I had our martial arts business, a lot of children come in and they don't have self-esteem. And that's one thing martial arts helps build, or any type of athletic,
Disciplinary sport.
and it just depends on what they're predisposed to, maybe. Any comments, Hollywood?
I'm glad you brought that up, because
Yeah.
that it definitely it builds your
Yeah.
confidence of
Yeah.
achievements and
Well,
but go ahead,
actually facing people face to face, sort of.
discipline, self-discipline in your mind.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, if you think about it, when you come into a martial arts school, for example, the instructor teaches you how to throw a kick.
Mhm.
And of course, you don't know how to throw a kick. So it looks all wobbly, and you go, there's no way I'm throwing a kick like he or she can.
Mhm.
And they just keep going and going and going. And all of a sudden they see it, they feel it themselves. So it's just hanging in there with them, hanging in there, and keep reinforcing. You can do it.
It's kind of like what Rowene said, that it's my mental talking.
Correct.
Yes.
Talking yourself into. I have a friend that was such a great athlete. She went on to be an Olympic gold medalist, but she had shared with me so many things that her Ella Caroli was her mentor, and she said that he literally pounded them, like made them think that there's just no way that they can, and they were perfectionists.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How would you get that far, right? She said she had to work so hard on
Yeah.
herself and her own self-talk.
Yeah.
So I think you're right. It's
So it's basically, Rowena, it's like what they're saying, it's basically about believing in your own abilities and feeling good about who you are as a person.
Right.
Yeah. So
But then-
with 7 minutes, I want you to take over at this point. I want to get their opinion though, because that's what the show's all about.
Oh, absolutely.
Mhm.
I think another important piece is understanding where it came from. And that's the piece that you would need to work with
Mm.
a therapist about to get that understanding of where it came from so that you can more effectively counteract it. And using like thought tracking, maybe writing down when you say things like, I made a mistake, I'm such an idiot. Or you drop something and say, I'm so clumsy, rather than appreciating yourself. And challenge the thought. What evidence is there that I am this idiot? I have done all these other positive things. When clients come to see me, one of the first exercises I give them is to write a list of 25 terrific things about them. And then whenever they start to have some of these negative self-talk moments, you can pull out that list and take a look and say, oh yeah, I'm a good friend, or I'm a good pet mom, or I have great eyebrows. Finding the things that you can believe are good about you. Because if somebody else tells you, you don't believe it. Not subconsciously, you don't believe it. So you have to know what's good about you, where your strengths are, and how you're building yourself. So that when somebody says something to you, you have a good perception about the truth of who you are on the inside.
It's your personal opinion of yourself.
Yes.
Basically, it's where it comes from. But do you all agree that when you plant seeds in your head, you can plant a positive seed, it's like a pot of soil, or you can plant negative seeds. So
Mhm.
choose the positive seeds
choose the
from a
mustard
rap point of
seed.
view. What do you
Mhm.
think about that, Rowie? Yeah, right.
I think that's an excellent choice. The challenge is initially catching yourself with the negative thoughts so that you can find a positive thought.
Mm-hmm.
Because the negative thoughts come out of the subconscious and they've been there the longest. So you have to have some evidence, and that's why I have the list. You have to have some evidence that that's not true, so that you can choose the positive things. That
Rowie,
makes sense?
you are. Can you tell us some signs of low self-esteem? Like if we have it, if you're looking inward, or if you have a relative or child, can you tell us some signs of low self-esteem?
Absolutely. Repeated apologies.
Mm.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Mm.
You know, they bump into you, or you bump into them, and they say, I'm sorry. You get in their way, and they say, I'm sorry. Also, looking down, not making eye contact
Mhm.
is often a sign of low self-esteem.
But
So
if
lots
you-
of apologizing.
Isn't also self-esteem when people compliment you? If you ever compliment somebody and like, oh no, they just don't
Yeah.
say thank you, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that was my third thing.
Oh,
When
sorry about
you-
that.
Nope, you're good. I'm glad
On my
you-
self-esteem. I'm sorry. I'm
Wonderful.
sorry.
I'm sorry. No, what do you
Yeah.
say? I'm sorry. Now leave me alone. Is that confidence?
Oh, is there
Oh, that's
such a,
hiding. That's
but-
further hiding.
but there is such a thing as overconfident. So, or over,
That's another show.
you feel good about yourself.
Totally.
You hear a compliment, but let's just say that you're trying to make that person that you're speaking to feel good about themselves as well. So you play yourself down a little bit and say, oh no, you're beautiful because whatever. Do you know that's part of it? It's not always lacking self-confidence.
Well,
Right.
and I I think as women, we have been role trained by culture to be have more humility and be more self-effacing. And that can sometimes look like low self-esteem.
Yeah, Hollywood Krista said humble. Would that go in there?
Well, humble is different because humble is having the self-esteem and the self-confidence, and having it so securely inside you that you don't have to tell anybody else.
Ah, very good definition.
That's very good. Rowena, because I want to, because of time purposes, you have to go at 3:30. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay, you got to go. So I'm just going to read because, knowing the topic, I just want to say it says signs of low self-esteem on top of what you said, negative self-talk, lack of confidence, sensitivity to criticism I found interesting. Sensitivity because you can be constructively criticize people, but difficulty making decisions, social withdrawal, and perfectionism. So how does one boost self-esteem before we close the segment out? We can come back and talk about this again because I know we have this is a big topic.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, but I don't want to close without you giving just a little bit of how does someone boost their self-esteem or somebody else's or help them.
Please.
The first thing is to make that list of 25 terrific things about you, to identify personally what you've been successful at. And when making that list, if you do it 50% of the time, it goes on the list. So that you have a visual idea of what you're actually good at. The second thing is what I was saying earlier about stopping the negative self-talk. Noticing that you're doing it, stopping yourself, and reframing it into something positive. And you can use the list that you've made in order to do that. So those are good beginning foundation steps. Certainly working with a therapist to uncover where it came from and to do some of the steps because it is a habit. Low self-esteem is a habit that's created by like our caregivers, our teachers, our coaches, our trainers, people who in the old days believed that by being negative is what made people work harder. And it just breaks tooth down.
Yeah. Well,
so, self-talk.
The self-talk is that's the first step is to change your mindset into positive thinking and share that to someone that might be a negative thinker as well, because, look in yourself too, but also other people, right? I would think, I don't know, in your family. But Rowena, I know you have to go at 3:30. I hate that this is 15 minutes. It goes by. Can you have a closing statement and tell everyone where to get in touch with you? And maybe we can carry on next week.
That'd be great.
We can all do our homework on this.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And if our listeners out there, they can do the same thing and join us next week with you in Reality with Rowena segment. So closing statement and where you can be contacted.
Yeah, closing statement is to look for the good in yourself and use the positive affirmations as often as you can to circumvent the critical inner voice. And if you want to work with a therapist, you can give me a call at area code 813-857-2401.
Rowena, thank you as always for being here. Then we'll see you next week. We'll do part 2, but we're going to get everybody let's try to think positive. It's contagious. And,
I'm already doing it.
You're doing it. You're doing it.
You got me there, Rowena. Thank you.
Yes, Rowena. Thank you.
Thank you, Rowena. And we'll carry on next week. We're all going to do our homework and we'll do part 2 for how to build your self-esteem in others.
We're going to make our 25-person list.
That's right. Thank you, Rowena. Have a good week and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you. So our main song, don't change that dial right now, because again, you're listening to 106.1 FM at TAN Talk Radio. And this is the Shrink and Wrap Show. My name is Tracy. I'm your host. And we're going to listen to the main song. But when you listen to our songs here, listen to the lyrics as well. I work hard on picking some of these songs that go with the topics, and you can Shazam these songs, because this is therapy when someone like Rowene or a friend's not around, and it can really help you help yourself. Or you can share the song with other people that you might think it might help. So take it away, DJ Mike. Let's listen to our main song.
Yeah. When I get chills at night, I feel it deep inside. Without you, yeah. Know how to satisfy, keeping the tempo right. Without you, yeah. Pictures in my mind on replay. I'm gonna touch the pain away. I know how to scream my own name, scream my name. I love me. Gonna love myself, no, I don't need anybody else. Hey, gonna love myself, no, I don't need anybody else. Hey, can't love myself, no, I don't need anybody else. Anytime, day or night. I love me. Gonna love myself, no, I don't need anybody else. Hey, gonna love myself, no, I don't need anybody else. Hey, can't love myself, no, I don't need anybody else. Anytime, I love me. I'll take you nice and slow, feeling good on my own without you. Yeah. Got me speaking in tongues, the beautiful it comes without you. Yeah. I'm gonna put my body first and love me so hard till it hurts.
So that is Love Myself. And that's not just for women, it's for men too. And honestly, I think it is good to love yourself, right? But I do think it is good to have other people to love too. I do think you need other people, but that's a confidence booster. And then when you love yourself, I guess you can love others, right?
Absolutely.
You can extend the olive branch.
You just asked me that. We went to the family reunion and you said, how'd you feel? And I said, it was great being around people that really love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
that
I
was
just
great.
came back from a family reunion.
Yeah.
And my daughter was christened, I swear. She's like, oh my gosh, now I get you. Now I understand why every time you enter a room, you're hugging somebody or you're patting on them. And that's just the extension of my family.
Yeah.
Because, I'm curious to know, Hollywood Chris, when you hear the lyrics of that song as a male, what do you think about that? Does that seem like a girl that just wants to be by herself and power, 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 which I'm all about that. But what do you think about that song and the lyrics that you just heard as a male point of view?
I like the being powerful, confidence in
Yeah.
yourself, but it's my experience in this world. You can't go anywhere by yourself. You can't keep doing everything by yourself. You can't, depend on yourself for everything. But you need family.
Yeah,
they help. Friends, you need help. So you have to trust. You have to trust. If not, it'll be a terrible world living. I am the greatest. I know all. And
right. But and that's the thing, because when you hear the lyrics of the songs, sometimes that might, in a male's point of view,
I don't
look
need
like an
anybody else.
attitude. But it's
like,
not, because really, I think when you have confidence, you can give love. That's what it means, but it can come across.
Yes.
Right? Am I wrong about
Absolutely.
this? But don't y'all love this song?
I did.
Yes.
I do.
It's very upbeat.
And
Yeah.
I think she is Haley Steinfeld. I think she's from Tampa.
Yeah, you
originally.
did. That's right. You
Wow.
were saying that.
And moved to New York.
Haley
And-
Steinfeld.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she moved
I
to
didn't
New
know
York
she's from
to work
Tampa.
on Broadway for a while.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And I think she was with Frank Wildhorn. So,
Oh, nice.
so she did that for
See, this
a
is our
minute.
entertainment girl. She knows what's
That's
going
only
on.
because I was in the know. on
It's
that.
all
Don't
good.
worry.
No, I'm glad you shared that, because it's, again, community.
Yeah.
She came
It
from the
is
community, and she's got a positive thing,
Yeah.
and she's really wanting people, whether you can be a male and listen to that or whatever
It could be
your
that she would-
gender is
yeah.
or whatever, but it's a confidence booster that in order to love yourself, you can't love other people if you don't love yourself, I think is what she's saying in it.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
true. You don't have enough
Well,
to
take
get.
those lyrics and put a male voice to it, and the message changed.
Well, yeah.
So
Well, maybe they.
100%.
Yeah.
See?
Well, it's really interesting. We'll have rowing back, and then we're going to switch over to Detective Jay's segment. But I think it's interesting. While I was doing my homework on all the songs, it was mostly female singing. And I wanted, maybe next week we can get into gender differences with self-esteem and the percentages of that. But I think self-esteem is so important. It can make or break your life of happiness or not, because you become codependent if not. There's certain terms. I don't want to say that because I'm not a therapist.
Because there's many terms.
You need to love yourself and not depend on other if they can't give you what you want, right?
Well, I have a story about that. This gentleman I was teaching, he's an educator.
Yeah.
So he's a doctorate and he's teaching, and he came to me for martial arts. And one of the tests later on in his life there, he had to break a concrete brick block. And he goes, Chris, there's no way. He says, I have to teach tomorrow. I can't, I says, you can do it. You can, he broke it and he kept that block in the trunk of his car for months afterwards, because he would show everybody, here's an educated guy, obviously brilliant, and he just did not believe he could do it.
Yeah.
And he had to trust that I had his best interests at heart, and he did it.
But he had those thoughts that Roween said, I can't do it. I can't do it.
And then he ended up
So
doing
it all
That's pretty
begins
cool.
with the seed of a positive thought.
Correct.
Because you did that to me, and I'm going to say, I can't break my hand right now. You know what I mean? I can't do it. But no, you're right. It's a confidence. So that's why you don't have to be a child to get into martial arts.
No.
So to build confidence, you can join martial arts as well.
Absolutely.
So, all right, we're going, because of time, and I told Renee I'm not cutting her off. Poor Renee is so patient. I know, but you're
Why am I
always
so
patient because we always love to talk.
Yeah,
on the
because
show.
I'm the last person. There's so much to talk
You're the
about. We need to
caboose.
go to hour and a half
The
show.
best. That's right. All right. Well,
We still
DJ
wouldn't be
Mike
making our fun.
has a little tune on the Shrink and Wrap show here at TAN Talk Radio, your community station, that's going to take us into our next segue with Detective Jay. Let's listen to that tune. And here it goes.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Sheriff John Brown come for you?
Good soundbite.
Tell me
I like it.
It's appropriate for you.
Very appropriate.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? When you were 8 and you
What you gonna do when they come
I
for
love
you?
it. Ian Lewis. There you go.
So I know you love this song. It pumps you up. But,
Yeah.
but you're not a boy. So how do you like that? How do you like that?
It's all right.
No, it doesn't bother.
It came out with the greatest show ever, which was Cops. So,
Absolutely. I wanted to ask you that in maybe another show, because gender differences and a cop. I would love to get your point of view on that at some point if we can.
yeah.
But I
that's a
love
great
this
topic.
segment for Detective Jay. Detective Jay is our community connection here, and she's got a great topic, and she always lets us know about. She's going to let us know today about roadway rage.
Yeah.
Why, what to do, and tell us more about it.
Wow. So you and I talked a little bit about this in advance, and to start, do you have any questions? Let's start with you.
Well, what I have to say is, for our community,
Yeah.
I feel like living here all my life. I'm a Tampa native, and I love Tampa. That's why I do this show.
Me too.
But I feel like our roads have gotten crazy.
Yeah.
And I've gotten to where I don't even feel comfortable with the flying. I've personally had some serious situations, but when you're talking about people holding a gun, or, people
brandishing a gun.
cutting off that kind of things. I want to know, can you give our listeners out there, because I feel like it's all the time,
Right.
how to handle it, what to do. Yeah.
Well,
I feel like it's a problem in our community.
It's funny. People talk about road rage. And if you kind of just go back, where did road rage begin? It started in 1980s in LA. LA.
Oh, of course.
That, of course, right?
Yeah.
That's where it started at. So, things that people get impatient about. And it's funny, I was looking up some of those trigger factors. This and the percentage of drivers, people that want to wait at lights or in parking areas, 33%. That starts road rage.
That don't want to wait.
That don't want to wait. That can trigger. And then there's impatient people waiting for passengers to enter their vehicle. like you're behind somebody, they're letting somebody out, 25%. And then you've got anger with multi-lane highways,
Of course.
22%.
Hmm.
I tell you now,
I like these statistics.
yeah, and actually I'm going to give you a really good one. What group today do you think, let's say Gen A, the Gen Z, Gen A, millennials, what do you think has come out as the gender or the baby boomers, the generation
I would say baby boomers and
you'd say
millennials
are the most or
Yep,
the worst?
are the worst.
Baby boomers or
Millennials.
millennials? Okay, what do you think?
Baby
Gosh.
boomers and millennials. I think.
I mean, I see it, so I don't want to really answer it.
Okay, so
I
I'm
would
gonna-
say that the moms taking
Yeah.
their kids to school.
So yeah, probably is. It's and
minivans.
it's millennials right
Millennials.
now,
Millennials,
right? They
yeah.
seem to be the most impatient, and actually males come up as the gender that's the most impatient.
Because there wasn't as much traffic maybe back then, and
I
there wasn't
don't
that
know.
many people
I don't know.
trying to get to the same
So-
location.
No matter whether it's a millennial, a Gen A, Gen Z, female or male, some of the things that you have to look for is things that make people talk of, let's go back to why 33% of people are impatient, just stopped at lights, just waiting. Why? Because people cut themselves short so many times on getting places.
Yep.
You
So,
have
bingo.
to you have to give yourself time. So if you look at the Tampa Bay area, we were number 27 in 2024. We have moved up like 10 slots for the worst traffic.
Have we?
Yes. We are like number 11
I
for the
believe
worst
it. I've
traffic
been here all my life.
in
It's
Tampa
crazy.
Bay. And when I say Tampa Bay, I mean Tampa Bay, St.
St.
Pete.
Pete.
Yeah. And any of us that drive from, the bridge, the Howard Franklin Bridge, or we have to drive back and forth, you realize that, people, let's just get right into it, what they do. So they're sitting at a light, they're impatient. You see people cut around, see people get next to you. And I only can say from investigating things like this, I've heard everything from I wouldn't have any eye contact with the person and they left me, but it scared me. So they still called 911, right?
Mhm.
The guy pulled up next in back of me. He started cutting in front of me. Now, this is the most aggressive driver. They're in front of you. They're beside you. They get in front of you. They put their
slow
brakes
down.
on. No,
Yes.
they hit their brakes.
Yep.
So basically what happens then, you've definitely got to get on the phone with 911 and give them the information they need, because now you've gone from just an irritated person to possibly a criminal offense, okay? Especially if there's any contact. Now, the next step up might be that somebody actually brandishes a gun, so they just pick up the gun, they actually show it, like, to intimidate you. That's a crime. So you have to just be very patient. In my opinion, give yourself time where you're going. If you can ignore the person, let them get ahead of you.
Mhm.
Get behind them, get way behind them. I mean, there's many times when Hollywood and I are driving, I'm like, hey, let that guy go ahead. Don't get near that guy or that girl, whoever it is. So that to me would be some of my best advice on road rage.
Can I add to what you said, because I
Yeah.
know your husband,
Yeah.
Hollywood Chris, was also a detective. They actually
Yeah.
they worked together, or they worked
Yeah.
for 20 years in
They're
our
a
community.
team.
And thank you, by the way. Thank you for that.
Yes, thank you.
But you had mentioned that sometimes people will initiate this just to get a reaction.
Sure.
And when you know that,
What do
you
do?
need reverse psychology to not react.
So we used to say you're like, let's say, Tracy, you're a Ferrari.
Yeah.
So you go from 0 to 95 like that. So
Mhm.
that's your anger.
Mhm.
So you have to be a Toyota Corolla, not a Ferrari. And it used to work until a Toyota Corolla cut me off one time. I'm like, oh, that doesn't work anymore.
Right.
But you just consciously keep saying it to yourself. So they cut me off. So what? They're in a bigger hurry than I am. But the blowing of the horn, that drives me nuts.
Yeah.
Why are you blowing the horn for?
Right. We're at a
That's where you
stop
have to talk
sign.
to
We cannot
yourself.
go further.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Self-talk. So
well,
you got to be.
so don't react.
Well, you
because-
can't take
Yes.
it personally.
Yeah.
Don't take it personally.
Yeah.
When people do things, don't take it personally. That's very, very important that you do that. And you listen to music you love to improve your mood. How about that, Tracy?
Well,
goes
that's
on
all.
with
That's
your
what I'm
music.
all about.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
it
what
is.
the show's about.
Yeah.
The Shrink and Wrap Show. That's
Yeah.
what it's about. I'm sharing it.
You've got to breathe slow,
Yeah.
and you have
Mhm.
to count 1 to 10. And most of all, what I do is I just will get away from the person. Whatever's happening, I'm like, I don't care if it means I have to go a different way. I have to take an exit. If somebody's really being aggressive, I want to get away from them immediately.
Or drive to a fire station
Oh,
or
yeah.
a police station. Yeah.
Now you can also just get on the phone. You can tell 911, hey, this is what's going on. And if they leave and there's no contact, there's no anything, well, at least you've been on the phone with, a dispatch trying to,
Decipher whether
decipher
it's
what's going
important or
on.
not.
So basically, I think you have to just be, like I said, no contact, no reaction. Hollywood said it as well. We've learned that people that disengage with the person as best you can. If it escalates, then you have to call 911.
Yeah.
And no matter where you're at, 911 will dispatch to wherever St.
Closest
Pete,
to you.
closest to you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. 911. It's a call center.
Yeah.
Separate from the police department. Is that correct?
911 is a complete call center. It's a complete dispatch center.
Mhm.
City of Tampa has a huge building
Yeah.
with many call dispatchers, and they have dispatchers that do specifically that, which is 911.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So if you're out there, because the summer breeze is still a little hot outside, as
Yep.
we spoke about.
And people
so
don't like the heat. The heat has something to
the
do with
heat
it.
just makes
Yes.
everybody moody.
Okay.
And
I know.
a full moon.
A full moon,
And
just
it's
stay
coming up.
home.
And
Just
Yeah.
stay home.
And I
Yeah.
think what's today, the 7th?
Yeah.
That's right.
We are starting our full moon. Tonight is the one you should
Do you
look
know
up.
we
Yes.
used to actually say that in police work?
Yes.
We'd go, it's a full moon
It's a
tonight.
gravity pull.
I'm
we
sure you
definitely
Affects
knew
the
some.
tides, the
Yeah,
hurricanes.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
the moods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
even the
The
tides, that's got to tell you something.
dispositions.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah. So thank you for that. So
Thank you.
I'm down to 3:49. I'm going to give him a 2-minute quiz.
Okay.
And then we're going to come to entertainment.
Oh,
and then
Lord.
that's what we're
Okay.
going to do.
Okay. We're
That's
good.
it.
Okay, so-
Okay. We're
All right,
good.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
And thanks for that intro. Yeah, so good.
So if
That was
anyone, if
so
anyone
good.
I
does,
loved
that's
it.
her pick, her
I
song
love
pick.
it.
So if there's road rage, is that what you're singing in your head?
What
Is
you
that-
gonna do?
Is that what you're singing?
Yeah, that's what I'm singing.
Well, that's
I
what
thought
you
you were
should
gonna
sing. That
I
should be
love
your
it.
debut song.
Yeah,
No,
And you
that's
should
it.
come out in your officer uniform.
I am. When we do karaoke,
Girl,
we're
we
going to
will-
do it.
We'll
I
be
love
right
it.
behind you.
We'll
She
bring
Michelle.
the
does
house
that
down.
meow. She has a meow call.
So,
Okay, well, the community spotlight in 2 minutes. You know what, DJ Mike, I'm going to hold my final song off a little bit. I might even play it because I want to get to him and to Renee. So let's just hold off until I say it. So, okay, community spotlight here today at on TAN Talk Radio on the Shrink and Wrap Show is Charlie Sushi. We've talked about them. They're 5 minutes away. Charlie is amazing. Can we all agree?
amen.
All right, and that's on Cleveland Street. So what I would like to do is I'm going to have for Hollywood Chris and everybody here, we're going to have a sushi quiz. And like you have, it's a timed sushi quiz.
Oh God.
So, all right,
I'm
real
right.
quick. All right.
You're up against Hollywood Chris.
No,
who
no.
is the
I want you to
sushi
answer
king.
because you don't need a lot of I think it'll be good. Okay, in 1 minute, what rice is commonly used? Brown, jasmine, medium grain, short grain rice, or this other one I can't
That
pronounce.
wasn't on the list, Chris.
I know. That was your study guide.
Jasmine.
It's actually vinaigrette. It has to have vinegar in the rice.
According to
Oh.
Charlie, it is medium grain, but
Correct.
that must be his secret.
Correct.
All right.
It has to
All
have
right.
Grain with vinegar
I'm going to
in
have
it.
a discussion with Charlie. You're
Yeah.
saying it
All right.
has to have vinegar in it?
for sushi, yes.
Okay, well,
Good.
vinegar's good
Yeah.
for your stomach. So how about that?
Okay.
All right, number 2, because we got a minute. Okay, what of the following is not a common ingredient? Avocado, cucumber, carrots, or pineapple?
Pineapple.
Wrong.
Carrots.
Wrong. Carrots.
No.
You are -2 right
I don't
now.
believe
All right,
that
next.
either.
No, well,
No,
ask
no.
Charlie.
No.
Charlie.
Charlie.
I
it
did
is.
these
Oh,
questions.
with Charlie.
All right,
Okay,
now
I
he
got
says carrots is not common.
Wow.
Number 3, what type of seaweed is used to wrap sushi rolls? You should know what you're eating here, people. Come on. No, just kidding.
Grease. Green.
All right, I'll get it.
That's what I
Seaweed.
Nori,
Chlorophyll.
wakame.
Yes.
Chlorophyll species.
Yeah.
No kami.
It's nori.
Nori.
Is there nori? I
Okay.
don't even know. All right. Well,
But-
we'll talk to him about that. There's different types of seaweed is my
Correct.
point.
Yeah, but there's also a difference between sushi and sashimi, and Chris had a good comment on that.
Okay. Well, we'll have to get to that next week
Yeah.
because we have your time. We're down for time. So I did not know there was different types of seaweed. Just letting you know. So this is your sushi quiz. You learn something all the time on the Shrink and Wrap Show right here at Tan Talk Radio. Okay. What is the Japanese term for raw fish, seaweed on top of rice?
Sushi.
Sashimi.
Sashimi.
You're half right.
Raw-
I'll give you a half point.
No.
Sashimi, according to Charlie.
No.
raw
fish by itself is
Okay.
sashimi.
Sashimi. Okay, well,
If you
Charlie, I
have
asked
the
you a
rice
question.
at the bottom, it's sushi.
Sushi.
Okay, we're gonna talk to Charlie about that. All right,
He's-
Charlie,
no,
you're
he-
making me. Charlie's making me look like a blonde over
Charlie
here. Yeah, I'm just saying.
He's got a
Just saying.
restaurant that he has his own terms.
Okay.
Right.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I understand that. That's why it's successful.
Okay. Well, we're down to like 10 seconds, or you get a D. All right.
Ah,
So, what popular
already
soup
won.
is made from fermented soybeans? Fermented soybeans. I said. Did my listeners hear that? Fermented soybeans. What popular soup? That's
Miso
easy.
soup.
Me so happy.
So
That was for you. That was very, very good.
thank you.
Perfect timing.
I told you
And
that.
that's MISO. My cat is MESO.
And that goes with our whole theme today. And what type of fish, Ro, is commonly used as sushi topping? A sushi topping
Caviar.
starts with
No.
an M. Akara,
Ill.
Tabiko, or Masago.
Masago.
Masago. Okay, so you
Yeah.
got 1.5 points. So listen, we're gonna go home.
I
We're
got
gonna study.
0.
That was just a quiz. Next week, I'm gonna give you a
but
test.
yeah.
Know your sushi. That's all I
Okay,
got.
okay, but Chris gets to
Char-
quiz you next week.
Charlie's gonna be very, very disappointed.
Oh, he is.
Very disappointed.
In
Now,
himself.
I wanted you to give, but the quiz was given to him. So next week,
Ah.
part 2, sushi quiz. Any last minute comments, Hollywood Chris?
Nope.
All right.
That was
All
it.
right. Quickly over in 2 minutes. We've got Renee. Thank you all for this.
Oh my
and
gosh.
Renee, tell us what's going on in the entertainment in 2 minutes.
All right. So this week, Mid Florida Amphitheater, we have back to school coming up, right? So we're doing the Kids Bop Live, their certified bop tour. If y'all haven't seen it, if you had kids, this is the bomb.
That's awesome.
It starts at $40. You can get your tickets on Ticketmaster. It's Saturday and it is at 6:00. Okay. And now on Sunday, Kesha, you know who Kesha is, right?
Yeah.
Well, this is a little crazy, but it's called Kesha and Scissor Sisters, the Tits Out Tour. Sorry, I'm just repeating it. Just repeating what they said. And it's at 8:00. Emily Arena, Friday the 8th is A.R. Rahman. The doors open at 7:30 p.m. Again, everything is on Ticketmaster here or Eventbrite. So do your research. Palladium in St. Pete. There is a great tribute band for Louis Armstrong called James Suggs. If you haven't seen him, he's incredible. It's Side Door Cabaret, but it is at the Palladium in St. Petersburg. Eventbrite is where you get your tickets. Capitol Theater in Clearwater has a girl named Tom with guest Robin Zander. It's at Ruth Eckerd Hall, Friday the 8th. Strauss Center, really, really important. Strauss Center has this thing going on from August 7th all the way through September 28th, Beyond Van Gogh and Beyond Monet. And it's an immersive double feature. Apparently, it's pretty popular, seen by over 7 million people worldwide. And it's like a 360 virtual experience of going through Van Gogh and Monet's life and all their wonderful paintings. You can get tickets, obviously, at Strauss Center or Ticketmaster Festival. The one I would like to mention is it's the second annual Pasco Scallop and Music Fest. It's happening at Pasco County. The festival runs from August 1st to the 10th with weekends starting in with free entrance. It's a free entrance, but they have 25 live bands for 3 weekends. And this Saturday you have Saltwater Cowboys, which you guys see if you haven't seen it, 1 p.m. to 2:30. Shadowfax, 2:30 to 5:30. And last but not least, noteworthy,
10 seconds.
we have a great country dance saloon going in South Tampa called the Sunset Rodeo, and it's being held as Tampa's new outdoor oasis of Nashville-inspired hangout.
Love it. There's no excuse not to get
country
out.
dancing.
Live your best life. And today, thank you for all of that.
Oh my gosh.
Hollywood Chris, do your homework. But you did have some questions, but those were Charlie's. So we're going to have a meeting with Charlie. Hollywood Chris, thank you for being here. We're going to talk more about why you're Hollywood Chris, and we're going to talk about Dr. Brandt and some other topics.
Yeah, he's Hollywood, all right.
Yes.
He was Hollywood before, and now he's a
That's right.
rock star.
Yeah, he's a rock star. Detective Jay, thank you for all your information. DJ Mike, thank you. We leave here today with a closing statement, and our topic was self-esteem. So remember, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Let's take a listen to the lyrics of Kind and Generous. Just start there. Have a great week, and we'll see you back here on the Shrink and Wrap Show at Tan Talk Radio. Same time, same place. Take care.
You've been so kind and generous. I don't know, keep on giving. For your kindness, I'm in debt to you. For your selflessness, my admiration. For everything you've done, you know I'm bound to thank you for it. La, 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 you've been so kind and generous. I don't know how you keep on giving. For your kindness, I pay debt to you. And I never could have come this far without you.
WTAN, Clearwater,
FM 106.1,
WDCF, Dade City.
FM 102.3.
Listen.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Cammie McCormick. There may be a pause in the construction of an immigrant detention center in Florida. CBS's Wendy Gillette reports.
A federal judge has ordered construction to be temporarily halted at the Immigration Detention Center in the Florida Everglades, dubbed Alligator Alcatraz. A lawsuit was filed against federal and state officials alleging the violation of environmental laws. ICE is also dealing with the death of a detainee at its facility in central Pennsylvania. Chinese citizen 32-year-old Cha Feng-Yi was found hanging by his neck in a shower room Tuesday morning. It's the 15th death in ICE custody since October, a higher number compared to other years.
There have been more firings at the FBI, including a former acting director who resisted demands to turn over the names of agents who participated in the Capitol riot investigations. And Jake Rosen reports the Justice Department has hired a January 6th defendant.
He was, according to charges, charging documents and body cam footage yelling at police in that moment, in which he called them Nazis and Gestapo for defending the Capitol as thousands of people flooded upon it. In addition to that, he shouted, kill them, about the police officers to the other people in the crowd.
He will now be an advisor to the Justice Department. The U.S. Air Force said today it will deny early retirement pay to transgender service members who are being separated from the military. Russia says a meeting could take place between President